Once upon a time, Buddha was sitting with his disciples. One of them asked him, Lord, what is karma? Buddha said, Let me tell you a story. After that, you will understand the karma very well. Then Buddha started telling a story to his disciples. And the story goes like this. Once a king was touring his kingdom on his elephant. Suddenly, he stopped in front of a shop in the market and said to his minister, I don't know why, but I want to hang the owner of this shop. The minister was shocked. But before he could ask the king why, the king had moved on. The next day, the minister went to that shop dressed as one of the locals to see the shopkeeper. He casually asked him how his business was faring. The shopkeeper, who was a sandalwood merchant, replied sadly that he had hardly any customer. People would come to his shop, smell the sandalwood, and then go away. They would even praise the quality of the sandalwood, but rarely anyone buy anything. His only hope was that the king of this kingdom would die soon. Then there would be a huge demand for sandalwood for performing his last ritual. As he was the only sandalwood merchant around, he is sure that his business will run after the death of the king. The minister now understands why the king had stopped in front of this shop and expressed a desire to kill the shopkeeper. Perhaps the shopkeeper's negative thoughts vibration had affected the king, who had in return felt the same kind of negative thoughts arising within him. The minister was a very wise man. He pondered over the matter. Then, without revealing who he was or what had happened the day before, he expressed a desire to buy some sandalwood. The shopkeeper was pleased. He wrapped the sandalwood and handed it over to the minister. When the minister returning to the palace, he went straight to the court where the king was seated and reported that the sandalwood merchant had sent gift for him. The king was surprised. When he opened the package, he was pleasantly surprised by the fine golden color of the sandalwood and its lovely fragrance. King was pleased. He sent some gold coins to the sandalwood merchant. The king also felt sorry in his heart that he had unpleasant thoughts of killing the shopkeeper. When the shopkeeper received the gold coins from the king, he was astonished. He began to express his gratitude to the king and started praising the king who had, through the gold coin, saved him from the brink of poverty. Then he started repenting for having negative thoughts he had towards king for his own personal goal. After telling this story to his disciples, Buddha said, if we have good and kind thought for another person, that positive thought will come back to us as a favorable way. But if we harbor evil thoughts for others, then those thoughts will come back to us retribution. Then Buddha asked his disciples, after listening to this story, now you tell me, what is karma? Many disciples replied, Lord, our words, our deeds, our feelings, and our action. These all are our karmas. Buddha shook his head and said, Your, your thoughts are your karma. If we see in our life, our thoughts have the power to save our lives and destinies. Karma is an energy that we carry with us and it is affected by our thoughts and action. Positive thoughts create positive karma and negative thoughts create negative karma. When we think negatively, we can create negative situations and draw negative people or experiences into our lives. On the other hand, when we think positively, our lives can be filled with joy, abundance, and peace. We can create the life we want by actively choosing to think positively and taking positive action. It is important to be mindful of our thoughts and to focus on the positivity. We can make a difference in our lives and the lives of those around us by being conscious of our thoughts and choosing to make them productive, positive, and uplifting.